All right. Welcome to the should I call it the Clinton News Show? Now, we're just doing some post-mortem with regard to your common test rehearsal. And just really want to be able to give you some kind of comments with regard to the SBQ that you did because I've been talking to some of you guys and I felt that some of the points I raised, everyone should actually hear that. All right, now I just want to quickly go through this particular source and see whether we could uh, tease out how I would actually personally approach this. All right, now as you guys know, once we come to this particular part of the exam, what you must immediately do is to scroll to the bottom and take a look at what the question is. All right. And the question says that the end of the Cold War has made UN peacekeeping more effective, and what is the source's view, right? How far the sources A to E support the view, right? And what I immediately noticed was that there's a end of the Cold War time frame here, and it has made it, and they're talking that it has made the UN peacekeeping more effective. And so definitely I know that we're talking about the post-Cold War period versus the Cold War period, and whether UN peacekeeping has become more effective in the because of the end of the Cold War. All right. So as we all know, we need to have a very clear right guide, right? Right, and that's why I expect all of you guys to do. And you will notice I took the trouble to write it on a separate piece of paper, which you should too. Now, confirm. All right, so confirm UN peacekeeping actually peacekeeping is more effective in post Cold War era. All right, and we have this confirm UN peacekeeping not more effective. All right, so let's bold that, not more effective in post Cold War era. All right. Okay, but is this the best? Probably not, because I don't think it really matters in this particular question, but it may in other questions because it has a causal link to it. Right? You say it has made, right? So this is not that good. It's not as precise, right? So actually, a more precise thing is actually to put it around. See, because this is a cause and effect kind of question. All right. So it's not a phenomenon, right? It's not a phenomenon question. If you write this, you will be right. Why? Because it's just talking about phenomenon, like whether UN peacekeeping is more effective or not more effective. You see. All right. So actually, just for the sake of good habit, we should say that the end, right? The end of the Cold War, right? And this should be made, okay, all right, or caused, right? Or caused, okay. The UN caused UN peacekeeping to be more effective, right? So there's a causal element in our right guide, and now this confirm should be UN and there could be a few this confirm. Like for example, UN peacekeeping was not more effective in the post of a no. That's not precise. Again, you should actually be very precise. It says that the end of the Cold War did not make UN peacekeeping more effective. Or you could actually say, if ever you observe, whenever you observe things like that, uh, it was other things that made UN peacekeeping more effective. Now you gotta be careful of this because sometimes what could happen is that like the end of the Cold War, all right, caused certain phenomena that in turn caused UN peacekeeping to be more effective, and that would have to be counted as the Cold War ending having caused UN peacekeeping to be more effective. So that's not counted here. What is counted here is that if, let's say, like for example, it is very clear that other things rather than the end of the Cold War caused UN peacekeeping to be more effective. All right, and yeah, that's it. All right. So, and actually, the corollary charge for this is that UN peacekeeping was not more effective in the post-Cold War era, right? Because that will be very clear that the end of the Cold War did not make this, because the Cold War ended and the UN peacekeeping was still not more effective. And if we observe that, it's very obvious that this would be a disconfirmed source. All right, but let's bold this, and we will be able to relate that to this one. All right, and if we happen to observe this other thing, which was that it was other things that made UN peacekeeping more effective, this would also be a very good right guide for us. All right, so with the right guide just beside us, we could proceed to take a look at the sources, right? So, and that's what we're going to do. All right, and we just try to make that a bit smaller so that we could check out these things. All right, we just make sure we could take a look at that. All right, and there we are. Okay, confirm to be more effective. All right, that's easier. Okay, now let's take a look at source A. Now, source A, alright, well, the first thing you got to notice about source A is that you have to look for its essence, alright, because we want to look for things that are very important to the source, that the main point of the sources, right? We want to quote things which are which form the main gist of the sources, right? We wouldn't want to quote things which are superfluous, alright, and worse, misleading. Right, such as you quote a part of the source that seems to suggest is disconfirming, when actually the source is actually a confirmed source. Now that would be a disaster, right? Because you quoted the wrong thing. Because you must remember, we only explain what we quote, and what we don't quote we cannot explain. So choosing the quote is actually very important, and to be able to choose the right place to quote, you got to be able to recognize the essence of the source. And I just want to highlight to you what is the essence of all the sources that we have here. All right, and for source A, I like to draw your attention to the fact that it brings in one of the main points that it brought in was that it was that the Security Council authorized innovative and complex, right? Innovative and complex here. All right, let me just highlight it to you. Right here, innovative and complex. All right, you can see that. All right, excellent. Now, innovative and complex, right? Now, innovative and complex mean that for innovative, all right, innovative, it means that new, right? Never done before, right? Never done before. And for complex, we could explain it as complicated, all right, and probably difficult. And if they are able to authorize these new, never done before peacekeeping operations that are complicated and difficult, we can expect that it's because they have become more effective. And the fact is that they told us that this happened. When did this happen? This happened here at the end of the Cold War, right? All right, you can see. All right, the end of the Cold War, right here. Check this out. All right, see, the end of the Cold War. It was the end of the Cold War that brought along this time of hope and change. You see. All right, so we recognize that, and therefore, source A, it's a